Listen up here. The restaurant industry is grueling and unpredictable, just like this show, from the front of the house to the back of the house and all in between. We will turn up the heat, you turn up the volume. I'm Chef Antonio Caruana. Welcome to the Tell All Podcast, The Burnt Hands Perspective.
This podcast contains explicit and potentially offensive material. You've been warned. Now buckle up, bitches. Let's go.
Burnt Hands Perspective, we are back right now with a legend. If you don't know, now you know. Mr. Greenspan.
What up?
Tell us about yourself, brother, right away, real quick.
Tell us about myself.
Yeah, a little something.
Okay.
How
long do we have, dude?
Let's go about, what is your career? What do you do? And then we'll get into the dirt.
The Instagram bio says I am a creator and curator of delicious.
Okay.
Right, so I'm a verifying taste myself.
Yeah, so we're similar.
See what I'm
We're
saying?
similar in that way. I think I'm a chef by trade, so I'm a cook at the end of the day. I've owned restaurants. I make the best American cheese in the world.
Okay.
Called New School. That's what
All right.
quality. I make a premium American cheese.
Okay.
So I do that. I do a ton of consulting stuff. You might have seen me on the Food Network. I do some Food Network stuff.
Sure.
So
tell what's this
stuff like
American cheese thing? What is that? So you're making a loaf of American cheese or a sandwich? Or
Loaf slices, shreds. Look, American cheese for 100 years has done so American cheese started as like a premium product. Did you know this? Like when Kraft was making it was a premium product. It was a way to avoid like refrigeration while shipping cheese back in the day. So, and then like when they started putting sodium citrate in it, which is like the magic that brings it all together, right? Everybody in big cheese started realizing that like you can, like, once you have sodium citrate in it, you can kind of fuck with everything else. And so it just kind of went like this for like 100 years.
Turn to wax.
And it turned to garbage.
It is, yeah.
And we just went like that.
Right.
So like where they take like cheese, enzyme, like dairy mixes, we use aged cheddar. And when they use water, we use cream. And when they use oil, we use butter. And then we don't use any phosphates or like fillers or starches or any of that.
You're legitimately making fucking cheese.
It's actual cheese, still pasteurized, still processed, so it melts like American cheese, like you remember, like childhood, but it eats like a fucking adult.
So grilled cheese is out of control with
Well,
this.
you have the grilled cheese cookbook too. So,
I do have a grilled cheese cookbook.
So that's
actually
hand
what
in hand.
inspired the
It's
whole
like,
thing. I wrote a grilled cheese cookbook, and I made the first chapter about making American cheese, and I wanted to put a recipe for making American cheese, and I looked at everything that was in it, and I was like, can't put that in a freaking cookbook.
No.
Like, take 1 teaspoon of phosphoric acid. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm sorry, what? You know what I mean? Like, you can do
have
that.
to go to a science lab to get this stuff.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
So it got me thinking, why not make this stuff like out of real ingredients?
So you guys are distributing that across the
All
country?
over the country. Food service mostly. Chef's Warehouse, a little Cisco, a little US Foods, a little dabble here and there.
Well, now you know where to get.
Yeah, exactly. So most big houses will carry it.
It'll work in the Italian deli, dude.
No, well, yeah, sure, but there's so many people watching this that it's irrelevant because they're trying to figure out where to get it, right? So
I mean, Chef's Warehouse is our main distributor. National with them.
Chef's Warehouse, is that through US Foods?
No, it's called the Chef's Warehouse.
That's what it is, straight up.
It's a separate distributor.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple US Foods, opcos that are using us, a couple Cisco ones that are using us, like LA and San Diego and a couple others.
Well, the good news with that is
GFI. We work at GFI. We work at PFG.
Because you're coded in their system, it's easy for them to just push it somewhere else. Anyway,
Correct.
So anyone out there, if you want to get into this cheese, look it up, check them out, get into that.
If you're not melting New School American cheese on your burger, it's frankly criminal. Now that you know that it exists, because like you melt cheddar, it
Straight to
breaks,
jail.
it's like gnarly.
So ignorance
You
is
melt
no
American
longer-
cheese,
no,
ignorance is no longer an excuse.
No, there's no excuse.
Lack of opportunity. No longer an excuse.
Right. So
Putting it in your face. There you go.
It's still fuzzy.
It's very
it
fuzzy.
is. So that's amazing. So when you got to the Food Network and all that stuff, doing that shit, were you dreaming of cheese then?
I mean, I've always dreamed. Did I know I was going to make a premium American cheese? Absolutely not. I roll with the punches, dog.
Yeah.
I take a lot of punches. Like, in this business,
You have to.
if you don't pivot,
Bro, you have to pivot.
if the shark stops swimming, it drowns. You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
biggest thing I tell a lot of people coming up in the world is they want to know how to be the best right now. And I says there's no such thing because the best right now changes right now. It's right now we just talked about was 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
There's no thing.
Dude,
Shit
you on
can go-
mushrooms?
Yes, sir. Shit can go to hell now. Well, you know what I'm saying, so you are.
Portobello right now. That's it. Just
Yeah,
portobello. Baby
Yeah, no, exactly. Look, like I said, the swimming shark eats, but the static shark drowns.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You gotta
Like,
keep moving.
So you always got to be willing to pivot. No, I don't know if look, I've been making grilled cheeses for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it made sense that when I thought about it, I was like, hey, I should start a company. I just, it wasn't like I want to start a company. So I wasn't like always thinking about that.
Yeah.
But when I finally was like, I was reaching for a premium American cheese, and there was nothing reaching back. And so
Right.
I'm the kind of guy who's like, well, then I'll do it myself.
There you go. And not only that,
So I
you're,
did.
and you're supplying your own demands. That's perfect.
Correct.
So now, when
Rule
you-
number 4. I know you've heard this before.
Never get high on your own
Never
supply.
get high on your own supply.
unless it's cheese.
I broke that shit
Unless
a
it's
long
cheese.
time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
Unless it's cheese.
So now, when you went to the Food Network, what type of chef were you at the time? You've been cooking all your life.
I had
That's
already,
your
I
career.
think I did well, Food Network was not my first
TV.
foray into television. My first foray into television was a show called Fix This Kitchen. It was
Okay.
like sponsored by IKEA, and it was like a kitchen redesign where it was
my
like
gosh.
we went in and in like 1 week, like with the help of a local contractor and a designer,
Gotcha.
we redesigned your kitchen. And it was on like 10.
That's
It was on like 11 o'clock on Saturdays. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what are we watching? College football or Fix This Kitchen?
Yeah.
Needless to say, not that many people watched it, but that I was like the chef on that who like I was like, here's what
Salt.
Salt,
oh,
yeah.
you want to use these burners?
Sure.
That was fun. And then I did and then I got asked to do the next Iron Chef.
Okay,
So by
good.
the time I had started doing Food Network stuff, I was already a pretty established
You're
like
already in
fine
yourself.
dining chef.
Well, did it help, like with you being based in LA, where those opportunities came?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that like, look, producers come into your,
Restaurant.
producers come into your restaurant, and it was funny. My restaurant, The Foundry, I used to expedite from the dining room. Basically, like there was no separation of the kitchen. It was
Sure.
like an open kitchen
Yep.
deluxe. And so like like when you came to my restaurant, like I'm not a subtle person, and so, right? I know.
No.
No.
Yeah, well,
And
I
so
wouldn't
when you-
say so.
and so when
I
you
thought
came
so.
to my kitchen, you would like
Hear you.
you're in there with me. Welcome aboard the
Right.
Eric Show. You know what I mean?
And that's the best part.
right? And so
That's entertaining.
yeah, like that didn't
fun.
hurt. Like they came in, then we won Iron Chef, and then I did a couple episodes of Guys, and we got along, and
Oh, you did?
and they started asking me to judge and be a part of that. And once Guy's the homie,
Yeah.
pretty good. Like Guy like made a bet probably 10, 15 years ago. Like Guy made a bet on the Misfits. Like Guy was like, I want Aaron May and Bo McMillan and Christian Petroni and started kind of plucking chefs who weren't necessarily like of the
Cookie cutter.
cut of the ilk
Right.
that the Food Network at the time was. It was like the island, that Christmas time, like the island of
Toys.
Misfit toys.
Yeah.
Like I was the fucking the elf with the fucking horse bottom. You mean that's the shit? So
Sure.
Guy kind of like collected all of the Misfits, and then we won. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody. Turns out he was
That's
smart.
because you guys work and know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, and it always has been, and it continues to be authentic.
Yeah.
It continues to be like an authentic love for what you're doing and for the community and the people. And because like Guy Fieri is the Godfather, and when he brings the people around, like it's a nice hug to be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, he came into my restaurant one time many years ago. I was a victim of what you're talking about on the Food Network on the other end. I didn't fit their mold, and they didn't have the misfit mold by then. So I went all the way up into the meeting rooms and all the boardrooms. Then we had a disagreement because one of the producers thought I was too cut from I was too cut from their cloth a little further away.
Yeah.
I'm not cut from their cloth. I was too far away from it. So you're absolutely right in saying that with that network in particular. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's what they have.
Anybody
They have
who's
what
in
they're
our
looking for.
business, whose business model is I'm going to be the next Guy Fieri, needs to go back to school and go do something else, right? Because
Right.
like that shit's the cherry on top, right?
Sure.
That's the lottery ticket. Lucky for you. And there's a lot of people in the industry now who like are constantly like, that's what I want to be.
all
They
they want.
want to be in front of the camera. They want to be, especially with the cameras in your face and in your pocket and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, like real success comes from honing your craft and
Sure.
and really doing what you're supposed to do. And then when that stuff comes, I love these guys.
I
by
know
the
they're
way.
so.
You guys are back. Yeah! Are you making burgers again? You are? When? Tomorrow?
Little
No more?
No, they're
You done?
Yeah,
So
they
we have another team here,
Finals.
World Food Championships.
That's okay.
walking
Ohtani
by.
got 3 home
So the
runs.
best part about this live shit is this, exactly. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have one of our teams here at World Food from Japan, and they made a burger, and they had jelly beans.
But they made a burger last year with my cheese.
Yeah. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Last year they
go.
used my cheese, and they did better than they did today. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
If
Bruce
you're
and the cheese
competing-
hog.
I'm just saying that run your restaurants, cook your food, do your thing, right? And
Yeah.
and if you do all that and you happen to be entertaining as well, someone might find you. But like it was funny, like guy would invite me. When I launched Mr. Beast Burger, right, which is the fastest growing restaurant in the history of restaurants, for better or for worse, but like we opened up 1,800 fucking virtual units in a year and a half. Like it was nuts.
Oh my gosh.
And I was working hard, right? Or when I opened up the Tesla Diner, same thing. Like guy would be like, "Hey, come on up and do this show or do that show." And I'm like, "Bro, like I can't. Like I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like I got stuff to do.
You got shit to do.
I'm in
Yeah,
myself
real
doing my
life.
thing." And he's like, "Be careful of your brand. Like don't lose your brand." And I was like, "Look, guy, you don't get the ranch next. Like my brand is not like I'm not you. There's only one you."
Yeah.
And I respect and appreciate all the opportunities you've given me and the love and the support. But like, I'm not getting a ranch next to your ranch by being a judge on your show,
Right.
right? I get the ranch next to your ranch by forging my own destiny.
Yeah, right. You got to take the hits.
And that's not going to be, that's,
Take the hits.
That's
Yeah.
selling cheese. You know what I mean? That's opening up
Well-
my deli. That's like focusing on my
But
craft.
like you said, when you have a restaurant, a deli, a product, a brand, that has to be plan A. The TV thing should be plan B. And if plan B comes along,
Correct.
great, but you still got to have plan A.
Correct.
You still got to, you got your kids to
Correct.
feed, you
Correct.
got bills to pay,
Correct.
you have a
And
retirement plan
look,
in place.
Look, you can't, I always say, like, focus on the things that you can control.
Right.
Those are things that you can control.
Sure. You can't control someone's.
You can't control fortune.
And not only that, but you can't control the production room, the producer's mind. You
Correct.
can't control what their decisions are.
Correct.
The only thing you can control is what you deliver.
Correct.
But you can control what you deliver for yourself
Correct.
when you're producing yourself, And that's great.
This man knows what he's talking about.
What do you have as far as advice to people like we're talking about right now? Because what you're saying is true. It's the younger generation of chefs who think that they don't have to fucking go through the trenches. I
gotta
don't
work.
understand.
If you're an imposter, you're an imposter. And at some point, that shit catches up to you.
Always.
And in this world these days, there's a ton of imposters.
Yes.
But if you hone your craft and you put your head down and you work and you learn and you're humble and you are actually a student of your game,
Yep.
that's how you don't get stopped.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
and leading to that, you've been through all these phases. Now you're going back into the restaurant.
Back in the restaurants, my kids said they don't need me at baseball practice anymore, so I'm in. I told my kids, I'm like, I've known you your whole life. You have no idea who I am. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, your father has a very specific temperament and manner that is suited for a very specific environment. That environment is not writing cookbooks and hanging out with y'all.
Yeah. It's in the trenches.
I'm crazy in that.
Right.
You put me in the right environment. You put me in a restaurant environment, and like, I'm in my zone.
You're ready to shine.
I'm like, and you
Same
guys
here.
have never seen that.
Right.
And so in reality, you love me. You don't know who I am. You're about to see who I am.
Right.
So I just signed a lease, and in about 4 months, we're opening up a Jewish deli in Hollywood.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, called
Congratulations.
Mish.
That's amazing. Oh,
Back
nice.
in it.
Perfect.
It's been 8 years, bro.
Back in the zone.
Back in it, yeah. Oh, I'm so ready to.
How old are your kids?
8 and 11.
Okay, so yeah, they've never been in the restaurants. Are they going to help? You going to put them to work?
Probably. I don't know. It's kind of like keeping your daughter off the pole. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
you kind of
Give
want
her a
to keep.
job.
You kind of want to keep them out of the restaurant.
Yeah,
In some
that's
ways, but in other ways, it's like, one of them, and I won't say who, like, is poised for this kind of work. Shall we say? It's kind of a savage.
So the problem is though, we're always stuck in that boundaries, right? Because I want my kids to be in a restaurant, but in the same hand, I don't. Because if they don't have what it takes, that's individual. That's not something you can teach.
I mean, you can teach them what it takes. The question is, do they really want to do it?
That's what I mean. You can't
Like,
teach
look,
that.
if you really want to do
passion.
it, I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly going to try to pay for as many schools and opportunities and write as many emails and text messages as I can to give you whatever opportunity it is that you want.
Correct, yeah.
And it turns out that if you actually want an opportunity in the restaurant business, you happen to
You
have
got the guy.
the right dad. You know what I
got
mean?
the guy.
But I would certainly like to, I vote no.
Right.
But it's
Yep.
but it ain't my
funny, I mean,
choice.
Correct.
My daughter works for him in his restaurant.
Right.
So she's 17. She's worked there for over 2 years now,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
loves it. But I mean, she's going to be a dentist.
Right.
So she does it. She loves it.
Short-lived.
She wants to bartend. Like, she loves that part of it. So
It's that service industry I think all kids should be part of. I mean, it's very important to
I think it's
understand.
great life lessons because you have to learn a little bit of taking care of people. And
With maniacs like us.
Yeah. I mean,
For
we had a
sure.
good time. Well, we've always had a good time in the restaurant.
Right, yeah.
So, like I said it earlier.
We know how to have a good
I
time.
said it earlier on the stage over there we were hosting, but I was like, I am so incredibly grateful that there were not cell phones when we were in the bar.
For real.
Because
Or it
I
might have
know-
kept you in line.
No,
Well,
I would have
no.
never had a job on TV
That makes
that
sense.
I had
That makes sense.
being that. Like,
Yeah.
there would have been no way. I was like, there's no
Yo
way.
ho ho.
Yeah,
There would be
I mean,
no-
Yo
Yeah.
ho ho.
There'd
But
be
I do
no
have
back
some
up.
on MySpace. There are still some MySpace
Nobody
photos.
makes that.
I-
Hey, it was good hanging with you guys.
that was
I
awesome,
know.
dude.
It's awesome
Listen,
to have you.
it's an honor to have you here. We know you're busy.
Yeah.
Anyone watching who knows you, if you don't know him, look him up. Where can we find you? What you got for plugs on where you're at?
Just find me as Chef Greeny on Instagram. That's always the best chance.
Say it one more time.
Chef Greeny.
Greeny?
CHEFGREENY. Chef Greeny.
Greeny, gotcha.
Or New School. Or go to New School.
Cheese.
Newschool.com. EatNewschool.com.
EatNewschool.com. Check
Yeah,
him out.
get
This
to know
guy,
me.
this guy's a maniac in all the good ways.
The best
And
way.
honor to have him on here. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys.
I'll see you out
the rest
there.
of the weekend.
Yes,
We're
sir.
here.
We'll be here all
Catch up
weekend.
with the Japanese dudes. Those guys are fucking wild.
Yeah, go catch it, man.